That as he comes into the arena, it's 2-2. He's up against Thepchaiya Un-Nooh. Guaranteed, therefore, to have the second doubles frame. And you just get the feeling this is going to end up 3 each, and the captains will have to decide who's going to play the decider. Well, Thepchaiya Un-Nooh getting in first, but we've seen a bit of that in this match, and we've had no breaks to speak of at all, really. It's all in bits and pieces. Can that change here? Or will the pattern continue of close frames and close finishes?
That's not bad, actually. I think he believed it was going to go too far, but he's got the shot to get the bunch open. He's no second invitation. He's hit him very well, but he's actually screwed right back up the table off it. That's almost a sign that he hit it too well and hit too much of, you know, the pink there. Which now means his next shot is even more difficult than it should have been.
Yeah, again, just as he was looking good, not in a nice position, misses the blue.
It's a bad one to miss, though, Dave, wasn't it? Because, you know, he had done some hard work there.
Yeah, he's done it a couple of times in the match. They all have, in fairness, but I mean, in frame one he was nicely and missed a pink to the right middle. Same pocket, he's just missed the blue too. Just seems that all four players are acutely aware of what this means. And that's not going to go away the deeper we go into the match. Well, again, that sort of came out of nowhere.
Well, that will annoy him because that was easy. You know, there's nothing remotely difficult about that. I have to say, I thought, and he does have a tendency to do this. He overhits occasionally. He didn't do it as much as he used to when he first came on the scene, but didn't stroke it in. I think if he hadn't done it, I doubt if he'd have missed it. Who is going to be the person of the four who just moves this match to the next level and wins it for their country? At the moment, they're all looking a little bit shaky. It might just take one special little cameo somewhere along the lines, mightn't it? Break of 50 or 60 here by Thepchaiya, that could be the moment. Just something.
Well, this was the ball, the pink, that Wilson missed after Thepchaiya Un-Nooh had missed the blue. That may have a big bearing on things now. He's taken the blue, in fact.
I never feel that he lacks, you know, the ability to win. Bottle, which is a word used a lot in snooker, but I don't think he lacks that in the mental side of it. I just think sometimes he's so far ahead of himself in his thought process, he sometimes misses for that reason. Essentially just rushing.
It's noticeable though, he has, and it's just the way the match has gone, he has slowed down below his normal pace, although his normal pace is really quick. Well, not ideal at all.
No, not at all. He'll play it, and he'll hope that he blocks that pocket if he misses it, but he hopes not to miss it in the first place. It is missable, mind you. Nowhere near. Let's not block the pocket or anything. The previous shot, as we know, was the one that went astray. 38 lead. Not easy cueing, I don't think, on the first shot back here. Cueing slightly awkwardly over that other red. Well, he's a little closer to this black than he would have hoped for, but it's okay. See that red up the table is the worry. Kind of is what Thailand and Thepchaiya, and of course Noppon Sankam is obviously watching this frame. He'll be pinning his hopes on that red coming into play. And it's going to be quite difficult to clear up as things stand for Kyren Wilson. Not impossible, but a difficult one. Just wonder what he's going to do here. He could roll it in and stay on the bottom red, be a rest shot. Or I wonder if he's got any thoughts on just flicking the red out from on the cushion, which is up the table. I think he's got the angle. It's not an easy shot to execute because with the black on the cushion so tight, you know, you haven't really got the option of hitting it directly or cushion first. It's almost quite a small target, but he might still play it. He has played it. And that's worked out particularly well. That was a good shot. I don't know in which way he played the cannon, whether it was a full ball like that, but he deserves everything he gets for that last shot. And you do wonder if this is going to be a straightforward steal here, or there's going to be further twists in this frame.
Well, again, it's tense, but this so far has been a very, very solid effort from the England captain.
Well, he's always been a good rest player, but this is a very difficult rest shot. It's a real straight one. These can go wrong if you're not careful.
Well, it's run safe, and look at that, all square again. Yet another close frame coming down to the colours. Well, he's missed the last red with the rest. He has another chance at it from distance. Two, 39 each.
If it ever went to 3-3, it would be interesting to see who Thailand would put up as their 7th frame, deciding frame player. Thepchaiya is captain. Would he put up on Sangkam in? That would be a difficult one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, those two are only one place between each other in the rankings, actually. I think Kyren will put himself forward for England. That's if we get that far.
Just too far. It's a good idea to try and get the snooker behind all 3 bulk colours and all that line down the middle of the table, but it didn't quite happen. Yeah, the pattern is continuing, Dave, isn't it, this frame? And I suspect that anything could happen on these last red and the colours as well.
Well, we've not had a fluke yet, so that could be coming. Or something that we're not quite expecting. Looks like a snooker. Just a slight swerve. Oh, white's close. The white's very close. It's okay.
Oh dear. Well, he may be a little fortunate there. I don't know if this cuts in, but that could have finished anywhere. That red. It was heading towards the pocket and doesn't seem to be lined up for the corner. Also, it would be bad cueing. So yeah, he's certainly got away with one there.
John Higgins was saying actually he understood how nervy it must be for his family to watch him when he was watching Maguire in that decider. Of course, we've seen, well, last 3 years now in the World Final, John's family in the balcony at the Crucible, enduring the various twists and turns of the World Finals. Sadly, we don't have a camera on the other players. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, in the players' room to see the various reactions.
Yes, that's good. That was as played, I think. We've run round the back of this, I think, if he gets too close to it. Is it on the way up? That's a good shot. Needs it to go tight on the cushion, though. Well, if this cuts in, it's mighty thin. And it's not by no means an easy shot playing against a nap. Ball spin potentially the opposite way to the one where you thought it might. We've played it thin, but the other side in playing safe. Yes, it feels a very big frame, this one, doesn't it? In that, you know, you've got your doubles match to come to win the match if you win it. It's not much fun playing a doubles match if you have to win it. You really could not pick a winner of this match. No, as left is potable. Well, I thought he was looking, sort of winding himself up to go for it, and that is okay. Drop the blue in, he'll be in behind the yellow. Obviously the brown has gone just a little bit awkward, but not impossible. The other problem he's got, if he's playing on the green and he's playing sort of in behind it, the black is kind of where he wants to be with the cue ball. If you could pick anywhere to get on the green, it would be exactly where the black is now, but that means he could snook himself behind the black. That sees nothing there. He's playing to get the snooker. He's waiting one, waiting for a better chance. But he'll be certainly advantage England if he can get in behind the brown here. You can't always pot the ball. Sometimes you have to wait for a better chance, and the last shot he played was, I think, the right shot under the circumstances.
Lazowski was snookered. He was in banging trouble in the last frame on the last red. Fluked it out, the snooker cleared up.
Well, that was a good escape. You know, he hit plenty of the green there. And it wasn't easy either, the shot he was faced with.
Grief, that was thin.
It was. Surely not. Is he really thinking about going for this? This is another decidedly awkward shot. The cue ball, object ball are so close together here. Well, this really is very, very difficult if he's playing the pot here.
Yeah, and the referee's got to watch as well for the push.
Such a hard angle. When you cue ball and object ball are so close, it's so difficult to see the angle on these. I think he thought better of it. Playing safe. Well, I think that's the right shot. The other shot, he wanted to win the frame there, but sometimes you have to just, you know, surrender to your better instincts, I think, and just play percentage shots, especially when the pressure comes on you. You have to stick to your basics then. Can't do anything too outrageous.
Wilson needs brown and blue. Thepchaiya, brown, blue and pink.
Well, certainly the blue's in the way. The agony and the drama continues. Interesting shot here. He could play the cue ball sort of halfway in behind the black, and the brown half ball onto the blue, bringing the brown down this end of the table. Well, the moment there where he thought he might have stuck it, he'd actually play it very well. This is an absolute anybody's frame again.
Well, it's like every frame's been like a decider. We may well get a decider eventually. What will that be like if it's 3-3? Because it's been nervous enough all the way through. Remember, if it is 3-all, the captains have to nominate who's going to play the last frame. Earlier on, Scotland and Wales, the two captains put the other guy in, Maguire and Ryan Day. Can't believe Wilson wouldn't put himself in, and that's nothing against Jack Lazowski. It's just that he's that sort of character. He'd fancy going out there leading from the front. We'll see if we get that far. Here we go, and in off. You just don't know, dear, what's going to happen next. It hasn't made that much difference. It's still brown and blue needed for England.
Yes, and not the most natural angle from brown to blue here. If you were to play it plain ball, the cue ball heading up sort of somewhere near the left-hand top side of the table, but he might play it with a bit of stun and widen the angle. It makes the pot more difficult. Well, he may have stuck this. There may be enough of the brown sticking out here. Nip and tuck.
Yeah, and the important thing now is that Thepchaiya needs them all, but that pink has come out into a better position, but assuming he can get through to the brown. Didn't need the black before the in-off, but now a chance.
Don't think it went.
Well, it goes now, and Wilson needs brown and blue. Another very dramatic frame. Remember, England was so close to going 3-1 down before Lazowski fluked the red and made the clearance.
So frame ball. Goodness me. We always talk about what a great rest player he is, and he's missed one there that I did not see happening. Another twist. And that was a bad one to miss. Now the drama really has, if it's possible, even cranked up a bit further, Dave.
Again, he did seem to hit it a little hard. Anyway, he's stuck the blue, so Thepchaiya Un-Nooh needs the last 3. Not going to be on the pink, though.
Oh, that is a terrible shot. How has he finished the other side of the pink? He wanted to finish top side of it. That was a bad shot. I'm not even sure I know what he was playing. He's redeemed himself with that one, of course. But it's second prize.
So, Wilson had the blue for the frame. He's now snookered on the pink. He needs pink. Thepchaiya Un-Nooh needs pink and black. But where the black is pink, it looks effectively frame ball.
Oh, goodness. If that had gone in, that would have been a fluke to win the frame. Now, Thepchaiya, what he really wants is to have a shot here. He's got the same option to push the pink down the table and play the snooker, which is, yeah, I can't help leave it safe, and the chance of getting the snooker. But he'd love to have one little crack at this to play on the black and win the frame of his own doing, really. Is he going for this? I think he might be. Well, does it go past the black? It would be too straightforward for it to be easy, wouldn't it? I don't know if that will pot. Kyren's having a long look.
Played it well. Well, he's going to have a chance. Not an easy one. He had the blue, of course.
If I was Kyren here, I'd be thinking, float this in, don't overhit. It's the one thing that he started to creep back into his game in this 2019 World Cup. I'm not saying he's got to roll it in, of course he hasn't, but he's just got to play at a comfortable pace and not just that little bit too hard like he has a couple of shots previously.
The pink for 3-2. Oh, he got close. So it's 2 attempts at frame ball he's had. Where's this white? Oh, a bit close for comfort that was.
Well, especially when you're 8 behind. And this really is just like the final black, isn't it? Given that the black's so potable. So up and down the spots, I guess. It's that shot that gets played a lot now instead, which I think probably is better than the shot I suggested, in fact. What a tense frame once more.
Yeah, I mean, the previous singles frame that Wilson won, let's not forget, he doubled the respot to win it, having got the snooker he needed to force the respot.
He's played the cocked hat double this time. Now, I think at least in the case of Thepchaiya Un-Nooh, he now has this frame in his own hands. This is his own opportunity. I can't see how he won't be on the black, so a massive shot here. Or will he be on the black? Well, we're more than happy with that.
Black for the frame, another very, very dramatic frame, and it's gone to Thailand. Thepchaiya Un-Nooh, pots pink and black. Wilson had the blue, he had the pink, but he didn't knock them in. What a dramatic match this is. It's advantage